Hello to you all. We started last week to speak about a series of lectures, series of YouTubes to deal with Kabbalah. We said last time that the major essence of a human being is all about the willpower. And different willpowers and different passions and different desires and different purposes and meanings define the differences and the uniqueness between you, me, and him or her. But included in this willpower and this desire is everything that will come out. Which means if I want to build a home or a skyscraper or a zoo or a hospital, that will define, according to my world, what I will instruct the architect and later on the civil engineer and later on the plumbers and the electricians and everyone else how to execute and bring about that very structure. Now, every human need and every human desire includes in it also the goal which it wants to be attained. And therefore that willpower is very limited. Accordingly, the world that was created in this world is limited according to the willpower of God, the divine, the source, into this world. It does not exclude the fact that God has infinite power, infinite desires, and created infinite number of worlds around each one with different end goal, and therefore completely different kind of creation and creatures in that world as well. So this is incredibly well. We cannot deduce from our world anything about the Creator because it's endless. Very much like if an architect or civil engineer has built a little bridge, I cannot deduce from that he cannot build a skyscraper because his willpower is not limited at all in that respect. So, when it comes to godliness, when God has limited his power into this world, this is done through 10 different kind of screens, which we call Sefirot, or singular for Sefirah, sphere in English, and plural for Sefirot, which means 10 different kind of screens through which God has brought down the light into this world and has limited the world into 10 different kind of ways. But all of this is given according to who we are, according to what we can perceive before we explode from too much knowledge, too much experience, too much light. But it does not limit the endless willpower of God at all. Same applies to time. We live inside the time zone. It doesn't mean the time is not endless, because it is, and it is created by God at the very second beginning of the creation. But God is endless. He's endless in space because he created space. He's endless in time. And he is endless in energy because he created energy. God is not bound by energy, as some scientists mistakenly thought of, because he's the creator of energy. He can be very much aloof and apart from this energy itself. So let's summarize for a second. The human willpower actually limits what we can actually create, and we don't know that from one creation what I can create otherwise. Nevertheless, God's willpower and God's desire does not limit him in anything, in any way, at any time create. This is the reason why we do see miracles in our world when God decides it's time to go over and above the law. In other words, he's created the laws of physics, the laws of biology, the laws of chemistry, etc. But he's not bound by them when he thinks the time has come to enact that kind of thing. And we do know that when a human being does something, it doesn't have to be that the willpower was there the same second. I can think about a certain idea for many, many years and execute it when the time is ripe or when I have got the right skills, tools, and materials to enact it. However, when it comes to God, the minute that he thinks of something and he has the desire, he enacts it. And that's what it says in Psalms by King David. He willed it, he commanded it, and it came to be. This is an incredible understanding of how the world works. That's still an introduction to understand, but we're zooming in and starting to understand. I would love you to think about it, meditate about it, contemplate about it. If you have any kind of inner understanding, or you want to share, how do you apply it to your life, or what have you experienced, DM me, and I'm more than happy to get to know you and to see and understand your thoughts. We learn with each other and from each other. God bless you. Have a great week.